Hey there, everyone. Now that we are both on YouTube and Facebook, I will get rolling here momentarily, just making sure everything is good on my end so you get the latest and greatest with our Storm Ready Alert Day. This is for the snow that is slowly starting to pick up right now. We've got a lot of our area already kind of inundated in the snowfall so far, and we are going to continue to watch for those conditions to deteriorate slowly, but surely throughout the overnight into tomorrow. I think I'm going to do, switch back over to our current Facebook page, but we'll get things rolling. We've got a couple headlines to give you the latest and greatest on what we are watching. So the alert day is tonight into tomorrow morning. By tomorrow afternoon, things will start to quiet on down. We will see the snow building in over the next several hours, with the worst conditions happening into the overnight and for Friday morning. And then we'll see some lake effect taking over Friday afternoon and evening, mainly in the thumb to places around Lake Huron. So less impacts then, but for some communities it will continue. Snow will fall 3 to 5 inches, maybe more on the higher end of those numbers, and some spots could get over 5 inches of snowfall before all is said and done. We've got that winter weather advisory through Friday afternoon, low visibility at times, snow-covered roads with those several inches of snow. There is our Clipper system. It's bringing quite a bit of that snowfall into Wisconsin and Illinois. All of that is going to fill in on here, and we will see some of the heaviest portions of the snow happening when a lot of us are asleep. We do have a decent chunk of that snowfall from Interstate 69 up into the thumb. Some of those darker blues giving us the indication that we have some heavier, or maybe some moderate snow falling at this hour. Maybe some heavier snow back over towards Alma, into Fairplain, Ashley, and then Mount Pleasant up through Edenville, Mills. Some lighter snow happening here. But a lot of us are now into the beginning of the snowfall, and it's only going to get worse from here. We'll be in the snow, but it will maybe peter out, get a little bit lighter at times through the overnight. So snow showers, higher intensity at times, but a lot of this will be very light snow to even moderate snow at times. But the impacts are looking likely on anything that's not treated. So any of the roads that are not currently being pre-treated, your sidewalks, streets, your driveway that doesn't have a brine or any salt on it will likely sustain some impacts and sustain some of that snow accumulation, where the majority of us will be in between about 1 to 4 inches of snow with some higher amounts in spots, which I'll get into here momentarily. For Friday, worst of the snow will be in the morning, then we'll get into some snow showers for the afternoon and evening. Highs will be just below, if not right around the freezing mark, which will keep those icy conditions going throughout the day. Most of the day will be just below the freezing mark, so anything that's not treated with salt, anything like that, will still have the potential of being very icy and very much snow covered. There's that wave of snow that we're watching right now. It will continue to fill on in, and we'll see those heavier snow showers from about 10 p.m. through 4 a.m. and then into about 8 a.m. behind, or at least after 8 a.m. We'll start to see those snow showers becoming less intense, a little bit more widely scattered, and this is where the lake effect will start to take over as we get more of a wind coming right off of the lake. And that's going to lead to some of the highest accumulation and numbers actually happening in the thumb and closer to the Saginaw Bay, because when we have Lake Huron as wide open as it is right now, these winds coming off of the lake actually pull some moisture into the system. So that enhances some of the snowfall. You get some higher snowfall rates and intensities, and that's what's going to bring some of the highest snowfall totals there. And then we start to see those winds shifting more from the east-northeast during the morning and afternoon. By Friday evening, we get those coming out of the north, and that even continues into our Saturday. So we'll see some additional lake effect potentially into the thumb, even as we make our way into the first half of the weekend. That's what would give us some of those higher end totals of 6+ inches, where the rest of that darker blue is about 3 to 5, some higher amounts possible, but a lot of us will be in between 3 to 5 inches in the darker blue. And then in the lighter blue, that's a general 1 to 3. Some higher amounts possible, but not likely. A lot of us in the lighter blue will be in between 1 to 3 inches. But it's those locations closer to Lake Huron that have some of the lake enhancement with the winds coming out of the east right now and into the overnight, and then the potential of some lake effect snow into the thumb, also adding to those snowfall totals. Once we're behind the system, it's going to get downright cold. Temperatures will be in the teens to 20s for the weekend, with only 4 degrees by Sunday morning, as the actual temperature. Overnight lows Saturday night will likely be to some of the coldest levels we have seen so far this season. Because the skies will clear, winds will lighten up a bit, so those good radiational cooling conditions will give us those very cold temperatures for the overnight period. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Santa's waving at us because, of course, we're all going to get presents. We've all been great this year. So we are going to see Tuesday into Wednesday, actually not that bad of a holiday stretch for Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, as we will be just above the freezing mark in the 30s, pretty seasonable to just above seasonable. And then Wednesday late, so late on Christmas Day into December 26th, the day after Christmas, we will see maybe a wintry mix of everything. Rain, sleet, snow, freezing rain, that potential is there. And may see some impacts from that as well. I'm going to go back to our storm total snowfall. As we were talking about, and I'm actually going to change one thing because, just to make it consistent, there could still be some 6-inch snowfall totals here, but I want to make sure that we're not leaving any numbers behind. So we went 1 to 3, then 3 to 5, and now we're going 5 plus. So that's how we're going to leave it, just because that kind of makes it look a little bit cleaner. But some of those spots in pink could absolutely see 6 inches or more of that snowfall. So we will keep a very close eye on that potential as we go through the overnight and into our Friday. Okay, so the snowfall for Flint will be between 1 to 3 inches. And Kathy, are you asking the snowfall for me particularly or for you? If you are asking for you, just let me know what city you are in. you guys have any questions about the snowfall totals in your community, you can definitely let me know. If not, we will wrap it up here momentarily. I don't know if I was able to comment on the Flint snowfall. If you didn't hear me, we're going to get 1 to 3 inches of snow in Flint. All right, everyone, that's going to do it for me here on this Facebook Live. This is also taking place for our usual Thursday edition of Beyond the Forecast. So because we have a storm, we have an alert day that takes precedent, but we will be back next Thursday with another edition of Beyond the Forecast, as long as we don't have anything too particularly concerning when it comes to the weather. Stay safe out there. Best to avoid travel if you can tonight and tomorrow morning, but if you must, make sure to just take it slow, budget some extra time, get where you need to go in one piece and safely.